All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. If you can hear me in the comments, just throw a one in the chat if you can hear me in the comments. Throw a one in the chat if you can hear me in the comments. Welcome, welcome to the live stream. You can hear me in the one in the chat, so that tells me that the volume is coming in clear. All right, in the comments. Hisham, can you just confirm that you can hear me? Thumbs up if you can. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, all right. Listen, listen carefully. Today we're going to be doing some deep dives. We're going to be doing some deep dives, but for the people who are currently on the call, I want to know exactly who you are. Don't be shy. Let's know who you are in the comments. I see some people popping in. I see some people popping in. You can let me know who you are in the comments. You can let me know who you are in the comments. Today we're going to be having very interesting live stream talking about using artificial intelligence in government contracting. I really intend to start at 6:15 p.m. sharp. 6:15 p.m. So at this time, I want to allow people to come in. I am really looking forward to hearing some introductions. I want to know where you are tuning in from. Where in the States? Are you in Houston, Texas? Are you in California? Are you in New York? And for everyone who is currently on the call, I am not alone today. It's not only me today. We're going to have two special guests, and I'm going to be bringing them onto the stage. But I still want to see where you're tuning in from. Where in the United States? Let me know, let me know, let me know. 6:15 on the dot, we will be starting. So get situated. You can introduce yourself. I would like to know who is on the call today. And yeah, get ready. All right. I actually have some really exciting news. The channel is 2 subscribers away from 5,000 subscribers. So find 2 of your friends and send them this live stream. Ask them to subscribe. We are 2 subscribers away from 5,000 subscribers. That's amazing. Find a friend, send the link of this video to them, and ask them to subscribe. Oh, we have someone in Alabama. Alabama is here. Portia, thank you for representing Alabama. Is there anyone else who is in Alabama? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Who else is in Alabama? Is there anyone in New York? I've been talking to a couple of people from New York. I really want to know. Do not be shy. Let me know in the comments. Who are you and where are you tuning in from? Sherman Williams, welcome. You came in really early. Glad to have you here. Come on. I'm seeing, oh, Kemi, hello from Los Angeles. Excited to see what you have in store for us today. That's fantastic. Los Angeles, Kemi, thank you for representing LA. I still want to know, where are my people in Houston? Where are my people in Maryland? Where are my people in Connecticut? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, Florida. Oh, I see you, Daisha from Louisiana. Welcome, welcome. As it's 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Listen, we're starting at 6:15 sharp. At this time, I want to know who you are. I want to know where you are tuning in from. Today is going to be very different from what you are usually, or what you usually get on Tuesdays. I am going to be giving you some exact details, some exact strategies on how you can begin to use artificial intelligence tools to leverage your government contracts. And I'm not going to be doing it alone. I have 2 special guests live today. I see Stephen Porter from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And howdy. Oh man, I don't want to get that wrong. What I see there is Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Who else? Where else are you tuning in from? 6:01 by my time. This is a good time to send the link to someone who you know would like to bid on government contracts, someone who you know will find this particular webinar interesting, someone who you know will gain value. We are about to hit 5,000 subscribers, guys. This is unbelievable to me. I never really set out to be a YouTuber, but here we are with a community of intelligent professionals using artificial intelligence tools to bid on government contracts. We're 2 subscribers away from 5,000 subscribers. Send this to a friend. Let them subscribe. Let them subscribe. We're about to hit that big 5K. 5K, 5,000 people. I wish 5,000 people would come on the live right now. 5K, 5K. Listen, I believe it's possible for us to get 5,000 people on the live because I know that if you go into your contact information right now and we check how many contacts you have, you must have more than 500 contacts. I know, I know. So send the link of this particular live to someone who you know will find value in it and ask them to subscribe because we need 2 more people. 2 more people. Look at that, big 5K. I want to know where you are tuning in from. Send it to my grandma to subscribe. We need that 5K. Send it to every single person you know. Send it to the people who you're friends with. Send it to the people that you're not friends with. Send it to the people that you haven't contacted in the past 5 years. Let's get the channel to 5,000 subscribers right before we start delivering on value. I'm still interested to know where you are coming, where you are tuning in from. And please smash the like button. Hit that like button. This is going to help to get this video to other people. Today, we're going to be creating or talking about how you can use artificial intelligence tools to bid on government contracts more efficiently. It's not only going to be about breaking down the contracts because today we have 2 special guests. They're live, they're currently in the house. I'm going to bring them forward, they're going to introduce themselves, And then I'm going to go into a bit of my spiel and my demo. I'm going to show you what we are going to do. And then I'm going to hand over to the experts at SamSearch. How many of you here have used SamSearch? If you've used the SamSearch, can you just throw one in the chat? You've used it, throw one in the chat. And if you've never used it, throw a two in the chat. You've never used SamSearch, throw a two in the chat. I see a one. Okay, this user of SamSearch, another user of SamSearch. Okay, we have users of SamSearch. Oh, we have Kemi who has not used SamSearch. Well, today we're going to be going over a bit of what SamSearch is like, and then you're going to be able to make a decision. We have Portia, who has never used SamSearch. Okay, we have a fair balance. Daisha, you have used SamSearch. We have a fair balance of people who have and who have not. Fantastic. Fantastic. Today, we're going to be going into what SamSearch is about, the new features that SamSearch is presenting, and believe me, you are going to want to see some of the new features that have been added. The more data you have, the better suited you are to bid on your contract, to compete and position yourself differently from others. And I believe that a lot of the features that SamSearch have added onto their already robust feature set will help you to continue to bid efficiently. I'm seeing some more. Okay, we have a one in the chat. You've used SamSearch. I'm seeing some more twos. I'm seeing some more twos. And then some ones. Okay, I see you. I see you. Right now it's 6:05 by my time. Like I said, I want to go at 6:15. I'm giving time for people to come in, But if you are in here, I want to know, what state are you tuning in from? Okay, are my people from Maryland, New York, Connecticut, LA? I want to see where you represent. Just throw your location in the chat. All right, all right. I just saw that we hit 5,000 subscribers. I don't know who did it. Somebody on this live did it. Somebody sent the link to someone. Someone sent the link to another person, and we have hit 5,000 subscribers. The AI GovCon has hit 5,000 subscribers. Guys, this is amazing. For everybody who was here and they saw it live, I deeply appreciate this. And just because we hit 5,000 subscribers right before the start of the webinar, I know that this webinar is going to be electric. I know this webinar is going to be powerful. And we're going to bring that energy into the webinar moving forward. Thank you for 5,000 subscribers. We just hit 5,000 subscribers. And I believe that we can hit 5,000 extra subscribers within the next 10 months. So keep sharing the videos. Keep loving the content. Smash the like button, guys. Thank you so much. It's 6:07 by my time. I'm checking the time closely. We have 20 people on the live. I want to know exactly who you are. I want to know where you are tuning in from. And I cannot wait to start this live properly. We just hit 5,000 subscribers. Incredible. Incredible. Okay, I'm going to give in some time. Tuning in from Tennessee. Welcome. Thank you for representing Tennessee. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. All right. 6:09 by my time. If you're still here, still present in the live, can you just throw one in the chat? I am about to begin introductions. Throw one in the chat if you are excited for what is about to come. You have taken time out of your day. Today is a Friday. It's a Friday night. You could have been anywhere right now. You decided to be here. Throw one in the chat if you're ready for us to get started. Awesome. 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 Okay. I want to start off with introductions. Some of you here have heard about SamSearch. Some of you here have used the tool. Today, I want to reintroduce you to the team, to the founders, to the people behind the tools. I'm going to be bringing them on stage and they will be introducing themselves. Right after the introduction, I will go into a bit of content. After the content, I'm going to hand it over to them to show you all the new features that have been made available for you. I'm going to bring them onto the stage now to have their introductions.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Godwin, for the introduction and for giving us the chance to talk to your audience. It's great to be talking to all of you. And hopefully, we'll drop a lot of useful content and useful information for you today. I'll pass it to Humam. Humam, you're on mute.
Yes. Hi, guys. I am Himam. I'm one of the co-founders of SamSearch. I'm very excited to be here with you guys and to share with you the new updates that we have coming up for SamSearch. So stay tuned. And Godwin, thanks a lot for having us also.
Amazing, amazing. Just quick introductions there. You have had a little opportunity to see them, but they're going to be coming back. And I see Layla says using SamSearch daily. She's getting that daily dose of SamSearch. I can imagine that she doesn't have bags under her eyes from stressing over flipping through multiple pages on sand.gov. She's getting her results very quickly. And I believe that you're going to tell us a bit about that in the comments. But we're at 6:11 my time. Okay. And I really want to dive into what I have prepared. I'm not going to push it till 6:15. I think the people who really want to be here are here, and we're going to be moving forward immediately. The topic of today is it's more of a question. Do you have a plan to use AI in government contracting? If you don't, then this webinar is probably going to give you an idea on how you can begin to use artificial intelligence tools to bid. Now, if you have ever sat staring at sam.gov, wondering if you are typing in the correct NAICS code, or if you are typing in the correct keyword, I have news for you. You're not alone. Or maybe you're one of the people who I've spoken to in the past who sweats profusely when looking at the SF 1449 form, knowing fully well that if you miss any of the details on this form, your submission could be rendered void. Or maybe you don't even get that far. You haven't even gotten to the point where you are filling out a form. Because when you see a 200-page solicitation or you see an 80-page solicitation, you immediately run in the other direction. So you lose the bid even before you start. There are many people who see an overwhelming amount of pages and they immediately turn around. If that's you, if I've described you in any of these scenarios, then I just want to tell you that you're not alone. Many contractors actually feel this way. I remember the first time I looked at a government solicitation. I had a buddy in Houston who said, Godwin, I think you need to start looking into government contracting. I looked into the government solicitation, and the first thing that came to mind was, there is no way I'm going to do this. There is no way I'm going to keep up if I have to read every page of this document. So if you've ever felt that way, I understand what you mean. And let's be real, the government does not care if you think that the solicitation is too overwhelming. They don't care if you don't understand some of the verbiage. In fact, they only want to work with the companies who are responsive and compliant. So, what do you do when you feel confused? Here's the good news: you don't have to play that game anymore. AI has actually changed how you go about bidding on government contracts. And in this training, I'm going to show you the system that has helped our community members win contracts, the system that makes contracting a bit simpler, clearer, and actually winnable for small businesses. The same system that can put a plan in your mind that could allow you to act. Our community, first of all, have been winning a lot of contracts. I want to give this particular opportunity to recognize community members who have won contracts in the past. Right now and counting, our community members have won over $20 million in federal government contracts and a couple of million on the state side. And these are just a few of the people who have implemented AI systems that allow them to cut through the administrative noise and win their first, second, and third contracts. So we've seen people go from struggling to even understand the solicitation to actually winning the contract. We've seen small businesses who spent weeks writing proposals manually to now turning around the same types of proposals in a fraction of the time with higher accuracy and more confidence. So today, I'm going to walk you through that system and how exactly we've been able to do some of these things step by step so you can see how this might probably work for you too. By the way, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Godwin. I'm the founder of the AI GovCon, and I am proud to say that our community members have won over $20 million in federal government contracts. And they didn't do this by grinding themselves to the ground, but by using artificial intelligence tools to cut through the noise and the administrative pain that would usually break the back of their competitors who want to bid on government contracts consistently. So when I tell you that this works, I'm not speaking from theory. I'm telling you what I've seen happen over and over again. And today, I'm going to walk you through these three secrets on how our community members are able to win government contracts consistently so that you can actually see how to use the same tools and strategies for your own business. So let's dive straight into this secret that I'm talking about. I'm going to share with you these big secrets that are helping community members and solo contractors just like you to cut through the confusion. So the first of these secrets is finding the opportunity. How do you actually find the opportunity and find the opportunity quickly? The second is staying compliant. Compliance in government contracting is not just one thing. It could be a form that you were asked to fill. It could be the method that you were asked to submit the contract in. Today, we're going to be focusing on the SF 1449 compliance. And lastly, we're going to be looking at understanding government solicitations with a trained GPT. These are the three secrets we're going to be looking at: finding opportunities, staying compliant, and understanding solicitation. So we can start with secret number one. But before I go into secret number one, if so far you are still following, can you just throw a yes in the chat? I want to know that I am still communicating. Can you throw a yes in the chat? And if you've lost me a little bit, throw a no in the chat. I want to know that I am still talking to my people. I see yes. I see yes. Okay. Okay. I see a yes in the chat. Am I still okay? I see yes is coming in. I see yes is coming through. I'm about to go in and start talking about the secrets. Okay. I see yes is coming through. And by the way, when I'm done talking about the secrets, I'm going to begin to talk about, or I'm going to demo these secrets. So I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I'm getting the impression that you are following. Fantastic. Let's talk about the secrets. Okay. If you've ever tried using sam.gov, then you know that it can be frustrating. If you've ever done it, then you know exactly how frustrating it can be. You type in a keyword and suddenly you have no results, making you think that perhaps there are no contracts within your industry. The real issue isn't just the keyword, is that sam.gov categorizes these opportunities with mixed codes and inconsistent data of results. Okay, you might think that if I use the NAICS code, I'm going to see all the contracts under that NAICS code. But then you find that that same, or you find that a contract that's under that NAICS code was not categorized under the NAICS code in sam.gov. So perhaps a keyword may lead you to the contract, but you didn't see the contract with the correct NAICS code. And that's why many small businesses miss out on contracts. It's not because they're unqualified, but it's because they don't see the right opportunities. The filtering system of sam.gov is not up to par. And I also want to clarify that I'm not saying that sam.gov is terrible. I'm not saying that sam.gov is not optimized. Well, actually, I'm saying it's not optimized, but I'm not saying that the platform itself is completely broken. Yes, when you search for contracts, you're going to find a few. But by the time you do this consistently, you're going to notice some of these filter problems. And we have a solution for that. Okay. These NAICS codes and keywords, there's so many of them that you're trying to find out which one is the right one. Which direction do I go? AI actually has the ability to generate multiple keywords for you so you don't spend time thinking about those keywords. But another way you can search for contracts is by using a tool called SamSearch. SamSearch has more advanced filters and has the ability to search for your keywords not only in the title, but also within the body of the contract, allowing you to cover more ground. Okay, so once upon a time, you may have been going through sam.gov, getting angry, going through the clunky interface, the filters, and then one day you could be using SamSearch and you have an organized system. When we get into the demo, you're going to see exactly what I mean. But the result is that now you have the ability to track the contracts that are available within your industry much easier. The second problem is compliance. And today, under compliance, like I said, compliance is an umbrella term. There are many things you could do within a contract submission that would make you, that would put you out of compliance. It could be that they asked you to make sure that you use Times New Roman and the font should be a size 14, but you went ahead to use Arial and your size was a 12. That's a compliance problem. So, like I said, compliance is really an umbrella term. Today, we're going to be focusing on the SF 1449. One of the reasons I want to focus on this is because I spoke to someone who paid a consultant upwards of $2,500 to register for sam.gov. There are many free videos on YouTube on how to, to fill out the SF 1449 and register for sam.gov. There are many videos that show you how to do this and they're free online. Today, though, I'm going to show you how to use AI to do it so you never miss another compliance when it comes to filling out the SF 1449. Because AI can actually guide you on how to fill out the form. There is a method to it. And when you follow the steps, there is no form that you're going to come across in government contracting that you would not have the ability to fill. AI is going to check with all the details of your submission and make sure that that form is completely filled and it's not tossed. And then the result is that you're going to have the ability to submit with more confidence. And then the last problem we're going to be talking about today is the volume of the solicitation. The truth is that most of the work that the government gives cannot be stated in one or two sentences. You're going to need to understand the entire scope of work. It's also that those 18 pages don't all have to be read, meaning that there are certain pages in there that are citations, references, and you do not have to read them. Well, how exactly do you know? Well, we need a system that allows you to cut through the jargon and explain the contract in simple English. And we have a trained GPT that allows you to do that. It's going to pull out the deadlines, the requirements, and the risk instantly, allowing you to have a full picture on what you need to know and leaving the things that you don't need to know on the side. So that allows you to understand the solicitation clearly and bid with more confidence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick review on all of these parameters I've spoken about. Demo 1 is going to talk about how to use SamSearch to search for contracts. Demo 2 is going to show you how to fill out the SF1449 with ChatGPT. And Demo 3 is going to show you how to break down a government contract with a trained GPT. If you're still following me up until this point, can I get a 1 in the chat? Can I get a 1 in the chat? Can I get a 1 in the chat? I see that now there are 31 people on the live. This is amazing. 31 people on the live. By the way, if you just came in, we hit 5,000 subscribers today. If there is anyone that you know that can gain value from this webinar, I want you to send them the link. And I would like you to like this video and subscribe. But guys, I'm going to be going into the first demo. I'm seeing some ones in the chat, so I believe that I am still communicating with my people. I am seeing ones in the chat. My people are hearing. My people are hearing what I am saying. We have gone through the problems. And now I'm going to show you how you can begin the process of using AI tools. I'm going to open up my SamSearch account quickly right now. I'm still seeing some ones coming into the chat, which is giving me the impression that my people are hearing what I'm saying. I'm switching my screen over right now to SamSearch. Can you just confirm that you can see SamSearch on your screen right now? This is the interface of SamSearch. The first thing that you're going to notice immediately is that it's easy on the eye. That's the first thing I'm going to say. It's really easy on the eye. Different from sam.gov, where the information is really displayed right there in front of you, easy on the eye. Today, I'm only going to be focusing on one section of SamSearch, which is searching for the contracts. I already have the team here, the pros, who are going to go through the other parts of SamSearch. But right now, I want you to see the advantage of using SamSearch to search industry keywords. As you can see on the interface, we have the sidebar on the left. If you click on the search bar, you have the ability to look at federal contracts, state contracts, dibs, forecast, which will all be explained, but at a glance, with one platform, you do not have to move from one platform to the other to see federal, to see state, to see dibs. You can now see everything within one platform. But today I'm looking for waste management contracts. Okay, so with waste management contracts, we have 4,104 results. 4,104 results. Wait, let me make sure. Oh, that was my bad. Excuse me. So let's go back. Okay, I see. I wasn't sharing my SamSearch. Okay, so let's do this again. Waste management. Look at this. We have 4,104 results. And when you go through those results, one thing you're going to notice immediately is that it tells you when this contract was posted. We can see it's 3 days ago. And it immediately tells you when it's due. So it's due in the next month. And on the right side, you have all the filters that you could use to play around. Now, what I'm going to do here is I just want to look at combined synopsis slash solicitations in waste management. So we went from 4,000 to 993. Okay. Again, SamSearch has the ability to search for keywords within the body and the title of the contracts. So again, we're seeing integrated solid waste management. I just want to validate that most of these contracts that appear in front of you are in waste management. With sam.gov, you could type in waste management and you're looking at contracts in janitorial, you're looking at contracts in security and professional training. But here, you can almost rest assured that most of your contracts are going to be in waste management services. Now, I'm going to click on low level radioactive waste disposal. And when you go into a contract like this, the first thing that you notice is the information again is right there in front of you. The notice type, who is the buyer, the office, the place of performance, posted date and due date. We have all this as a glance. And then we have all the attachments. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to download all these attachments because they will be useful for my next demo. But again, when it comes down to searching on SamSearch, you can have the confidence that you're going to get results that are available and you don't have to worry about it not finding the right keyword. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Google. Moving on to the next demo, I'm going to go into Google and I'm going to find an SF1449. For the people who have never heard of this form, I'm going to show it to you right now. All right. So this is the SF1449 form. Can you just confirm with me that you can see it? If you just throw one in the chat, confirm with me that you can see the SF1449. All right. This is the SF1449. Now, you're going to receive this in most of your contracts. And certain sections in the SF1449 would already be filled by the contracting officer. I am going to show you right now how you can kind of cheat your way into filling this SF1449 and filling it up correctly. I'm going to go into ChatGPT right now. And this is an open chat. This is not a trained GPT. You can do this with a free GPT plan, okay? I'm going to instantly attach the SF1449. And I'm going to say, I am a prime contractor and I need to fill out the SF1449. Give me the instructions on how to fill out this document. Oh, I'm trying to transcribe. I am a prime contractor looking to fill out the SF1449. Help me fill it out or give me the direct instructions on how to fill it out. Okay. Oh, wow, the transcription didn't go right. Okay, so I am looking to fill this out, lay out a step-by-step instruction to do this as a prime contractor. Now, this is a trick that I have. And this trick is I always try to make sure that I'm doing things step by step so I can take it one at a time. So it says here that in general, or here's a step to fill out the SF1449. Now, these blocks are usually pre-filled by the government agency. Blocks 1 to 10 are pre-filled by the government agency. Blocks 11 to 18, this is typically, and by the way, on the SF1449 itself, it tells you the blocks that you are to fill. Any blocks 12, 17, 23, and 24. It says it at the top of the SF1449. So here it says that these are the blocks that you are to fill. And then you can go step by step to fill out these boxes. Now, I don't want to take too much time here. I'm going to move on to breaking down the proposal or the contract using a trained GPT, and then we're going to move on to SamSearch. When it comes to using a trained GPT, there is an advantage that you have, and that is the consistency in its results. Because we have trained this GPT to act in a certain way, you do not need advanced prompts to get your results. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to upload all those documents that we downloaded. And all you have to do is click on this button right here. And once you do that, it's going to break down the solicitation in a certain way. You're going to have three sections. Section 1 is going to be a solicitation breakdown. Section 2 is going to be a statement of work summary. And section 3 is going to be a submission instruction. And this is actually my favorite part of the of the breakdown, because the question I get the most is, Godwin, what documents do I need to submit for the contract? By the way, it gives you a list of all the required documents. One of the great things about ChatGPT as well is it also lets you know if you actually need to write a proposal. Not all contracts require a proposal. And then this GPT also goes into creating context questions. They're questions that you're going to answer prior to actually writing a proposal. But guys, when you use a trained GPT versus the open chat, you have more consistent results. And it's easier to train another individual on how to do this when you decide that you want to expand your team. With that being said, I have showed you how, number one, let's head back to the slides. Okay, I've been able to show you how, number one, we were, let me get to this. Number one, I was able to show you how to find opportunities using SamSearch. Number two, I was able to show you how you can maintain a level of compliance when it comes to filling out the SF1449 using ChatGPT to map out your instructions. And number three, I showed you how to understand a government solicitation using a trained GPT as opposed to the open chat. If you were able to see that tutorial, if you got anything out of that tutorial, just give me that one in the chat. Throw one in the chat. How do I get the AI GovCon proposal builder? Good question. It's available to Inner Circle members. Okay. How do you get it? It's available to our Inner Circle members. So let me see. That's Samir. All right, I'm seeing some ones pulling through. I'm seeing some ones pulling through. Yes, I do believe that there's a lot more. This is information overload right now. You saw how to find those opportunities, stay compliant, and understand solicitations. But guys, it gets even better. I'm going to be handing the floor over right now to the SamSearch team to be taking you through some of the new features that they have added to the platform. And they're able to share their screen and show you everything from start to finish. All right, Sharp, over.
Yes. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So thanks again, Godwin, for having us. I'm very, very excited to show you guys the new updates that we have made. We think that it's a very huge update to SamSearch, and that's why we're calling it SamSearch 2.0. So let's get started. Personally, I think there is a common pattern with government contracting, and that is friction. And this comes up a lot. You have to do a lot of small steps all the time, and after a while, all of these small steps amount to a lot of hidden work that is actually hindering you from being the best version of you. So here I have a funny meme, me using sheer willpower to push through my workload. Sometimes you don't have to just work harder. Sometimes you have to change the way you work. Otherwise, you will be stuck where you are and you will be left behind. And here comes some problems that I usually see. So you have you are searching for hours and hours and you're getting the same results. That's because in many cases you are using handpicked keywords. If you don't actually use the exact search keyword when searching, you will not get any matches. If you make the slightest mistake in any search query that you write, you will also get no matches. And you cannot just write easy to understand, easy to digest queries. As said, you have to be very specific in the way you write your queries. So I just wrote landscaping services instead of landscaping services in this image here, and I got 0 results on sam.gov. The second problem, which is actually a very, very huge problem, is that we have hundreds of sources, especially if you are trying to pursue SLED opportunities, which are state, local, and education. If you want to pursue DIBs, if you want to pursue forecasts, we want to be as early as possible. So we have a huge spectrum of opportunities and different government websites that we have to search through. And to just give you some sort of an idea of the sheer volume of websites that you have to work with, this is just a small list of potential government websites where you can find opportunities that you can bid on. So you see, the list is never ending, and we actually have even more sources on SamSearch available today. So this is a huge problem. Let's say you want to check Virginia's website, sign up here. You're gonna check another website, sign up here. New York's website, sign up here. The DIPS website, sam.gov. I mean, at the end, it is a lot of friction. You have to sign up, use different interfaces. You have to search all the time on all of these websites. So this becomes very troublesome at the end. And downloading hundreds of attachments. This is my downloads for not too long ago. I just noticed that I had 231 RFPs and RFQs and other attachments downloaded to my downloads folder. And this is on this laptop. On the other laptop, I surely have hundreds more. So as said, all of these small friction moments, they build up. And also you have to think about how you are actually tracking your progress. After working on multiple opportunities, you want to know the status of each one of them. What is your progress on each of them? What are the tasks that need to be done? So if you don't really think about how you're structuring your work, if you don't have any sort of CRM that you're working with, like your whole workflow will end up as a big mess. So please comment yes, like big caps, if this sounds familiar to you. I really see myself with all of these problems. I don't know about you guys. Yes, yes, yes. So, so friction is secretly slowing you down. It really slows down your progress and zaps your energy. Your focus gets scattered and you lose track of what matters. It absolutely kills your productivity. And at the end, yeah, you are leaving money on the table. And that's really why we are doing the whole thing with government contracting. If you're not the most efficient player in the game, then somebody else will take your place and win the opportunities instead of you. And that's why we made a big update to SamSearch 2.0. Those are some of the changes that we made. The biggest one is us reimagining capture from the ground up. We have made a new search algorithm. We have added thousands of state, local, and education sources. We have added a DIPS integration, which I will talk more later on. We have improved our smart alerts, added forecasts, and redesigned the whole UI and the user interface of the application. So without further ado, let me walk you through the platform really quickly. So here in the search menu, you will notice that we have now a very nice layout. We have two search modes: Smart Search, which just understand your query. So if we go back to me typing landscaping services instead of landscaping services, I should get still some results back. And then we have keyword search. And what's really interesting about keyword search is that you can use operators such as and, or, not. And this is very good if you really know what you are looking for. If you want to maybe exclude a specific keyword, as you see here, not project management, you don't want to see results that include project management, then keyword search is very handy, and that's why we added it also. So back to Smart Search, if I search for landscaping services for federal, we see that we get our results and we get a nice AI generated summary here. We get our types. We also have AI generated tags that we use to help you identify if this opportunity is, as an example, a product or a service, if it's an RFQ, an RFX, an RFP, and so on. And you can also see that we have search term matches. What this little rectangle here is, it's pulling data from the opportunity itself, and it's telling you why it chose this result first. So those are details in the description of the opportunity. So you get a hint of the description and of the relevant pieces of information already in the search result card, which is very handy. So let's say we pick up this opportunity about Clinton River Confined Disposal Facility. Here again, you'll see a very nicely put UI. It's very easy on the eye. We try to make it as simple and as easy to digest as possible. You have a description that you can expand to read the rest of it. And then you have your attachments, your history. And here what we have is also our market intelligence tool, which is brand new. What's very interesting here is that you get a very good idea about the market just by looking on these tabs. So in the market intelligence overview, we have 100 awards that we are using to generate this data with a total value of $196 million. Average award value is $2 million with median award of $754,000. And here we see how the agencies are actually spending per each set aside. So we have small disadvantaged business and 8A. If you have that certification, then you know that you are good to go for these sort of opportunities. So it's very interesting to look at those charts and see if you fit really in this for this specific opportunity or not. And you can also look at the competition, see the awarded opportunities, the NAICS code, the PSC codes. You can go to usaspending.gov and see more details about each of these opportunities. And then you have your spending. You can see how each sub-agency is spending, which is very interesting to know. And you can see how the spending is distributed around the whole country. So if you are maybe only interested in doing opportunities in Phoenix, then you know that there isn't really a lot of volume, and it's better to focus on Texas or maybe California for these kind of opportunities. And then we have awarded contracts, and here you can see already awarded similar contracts, and you can get an idea of the values that you are talking about and the companies that actually got awarded all of these values. And partnership, Hisham will talk more about it, but here you can also see potential partners to work on these opportunities and similar opportunities. So if you go back to the search results and maybe take this opportunity, I want to highlight a new feature, which is view. If I click on view, I can just see the contents of the attachments right away. I don't have to download hundreds of attachments like I used to do before. And what's really nice about this is that you can also open any sort of an attachment. So here we have an Excel sheet. If I click on view, I can just click on Google Sheets and I can open the Excel sheet and see the details and content of it. So this makes your workflow like more streamlined, and it makes the whole process of viewing new opportunities a lot easier and nicer. And then you can also click on summarize here, and you can summarize any of these opportunities any one of these attachments, and you'll get the results in a few seconds. So here we can see that we got a nice summary of the statement of work. We have the scope, the objective, compliance, ground maintenance, and so on. And this is very good if you want to just have a nice early check if this is an opportunity for you or not. And then you can also chat with any opportunity on SamSearch. We have a nice prompt library that you can actually look at. So here we have what is the scope of work for this contract. I can just copy it and paste it here. And we have a lot of different prompts that you can look into and see the results of, which is very handy also. So here you can see the scope of work. It's as easy as this, and you can ask anything. You don't have to download the attachments, import them to ChatGPT or anything else if you are actually gonna chat with these documents elsewhere. The whole process is streamlined, as said, less friction. So now that we have gone through federal opportunities, I want to talk about state, local, and education, also known as SLED. Here we are searching through thousands of websites just to give you these tailored results for you. And all of our search sources follow the same pattern. You have an AI-generated summary of the opportunity, you have tags, and you have search term matches that you can look at to see how how the search algorithm is actually thinking. And if you think that this opportunity is maybe interesting for you, you looked at the details, you summarized the attachments, you can actually click on Start Journey. When you click on Start Journey, you will be able to add this opportunity to your Kanban board. And this is very important for you, because now you can structure your work, manage your flow, and know what you are currently working on, what you're planning to submit, and what you have actually won and lost. And what I really like about the journey feature is that you can go inside each journey and add the contacts, and you can also add tasks. So you can manage each opportunity that you are working on separately. So here maybe you can have some ticket to call a vendor, you can have a ticket to create a compliance list, and you can just structure your work to make the whole flow more streamlined in one platform. As said, less friction and more work done. And now if we go back to search, we have went through federal, we have talked about state, local, and education. And now we come to DIPs. I don't know if you guys know what DIPs are. I can make a very quick introduction about DIPs. DIPs is the system for the DLA, and it offers a lot of defense-related opportunities. There are thousands of opportunities that are being updated and posted daily there. And they work a lot with RFQs and product-related services. So we can find anything from nut bolts, spare parts of trucks, hand tools, clothing such as uniforms and boots, packaging materials, and so on. The problem with DIPs is that the platform has a very outdated UI. You get no descriptions, no titles. You just get a huge table of like items, which can be very hard to look at. So a small comparison between how this opportunity looks on DIPs, you see like some user interface from maybe the 80s or 70s, I don't know. And compared to this is how it looks on SamSearch. Here we tried to do a lot of work to make this as easy to digest as possible. You see, we have AI generated titles. So when you search, you can see easy to read titles and to understand. You have AI generated summaries, this AI generated descriptions, and you have pre-generated summaries for all attachments. So you don't have even to click on the summarize button. And we're going to try to make this feature available to all other sources. So you don't really have to wait for the attachment summary to be generated. So this is very amazing if you want to work with the RFQs. As said, you have thousands of RFQs posted on a daily basis. And in many cases, they have a very short due date. So here you can see that this opportunity was posted at the end of August, and it's due very soon in a few days. So it could be a good place to start as a beginner. The last couple of things that I want to cover before I give the mic to Hisham is multi-source. Multi-source is a very cool feature that we recently added. And when you click on multi-source, you can actually search through all of these sources. You can search through federal, state, local education, DIPs, forecasts, subcontracting, grants, SBIR, all at the same time, which I think is extremely interesting. So if I type landscaping services, again, it will be going through all of these sources to give me the results. Here we can see this is a federal result, this is state local education result, this is forecast result, and I'm free to choose which sources I want to include. So maybe I'm not interested in all of these sources. I'm only interested in federal, SLED, and DIPS. I can just choose these three sources to let SamSearch AI search through them. So this was kind of what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm really excited for you guys to try this new update, and because this is a very important release for us, and we really want people to try it. We have a very exclusive seminar offer for seminar attendees only, where you get 40% off for 6 months. We have never done an offer this good before, and the offer is very time limited. It expires today, and if you want to get the offer, you just use the code Godwin40 when checking out using our website. And I mean, if you just win one opportunity, if you just win one contract, then the investment will of course pay for itself. So it's not really something that you have to think twice about if you are serious about government contracting. So that was kind of what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm very excited for this new update, and I hope that Hisham can take over and show us the remaining exciting features that we added to in SamSearch 2.0.
Mom, thank you for that. That was fantastic.
Thank
I
you, thank you.
really loved how you were able to break down those new features. We're going to hand over right now to Hisham to finish it off. And that deal was extremely good as well. Hisham, I'm adding you to the stage. You're currently on mute.
Okay. Um, can you guys hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you really good.
Awesome. So I know that we kind of there's a lot of features to cover, so it gets a bit boring. And for sure, government contracting is not the most interesting and exciting thing, but making money is. And today we're trying to show you different ways of how we can make money. And that's the at the end of the day, we want revenue for your business. So that's the end goal. So I'll try to get you excited about something new. I think a lot of people on YouTube mention subcontracting, but they don't actually show you exactly how to get these subcontracting opportunities. It seems like it's a lot of work, but it sounds too good from the outside. But today we're going to get deep into it, and then we're going to also discuss forecasts, and I'm going to share with you a lot of resources that will just make your time worthwhile and hopefully get you out with something that's beneficial, whether you use SamSearch or not. So subcontracting is a key essential part of federal government contracting. It's not, as I've mentioned, talked about a lot, but out of the $183 billion spent annually to small businesses, 65% of it is subcontracted. So, as a small business, if we are not looking into subcontracting, we're kind of missing 65% of the pie. That's a huge portion. So we can't be missing that. It's a huge part of the government contracting process. That missing it means leaving a lot of money on the table. And I'll actually make the case, and this is my strong belief, that subcontracting is actually easier. So even it might be more difficult and less intuitive to finding these government contracts. If you're using SamSearch, that's not the case, but in general, but it's still worth it because 65% is subcontracted work. Now, what does it really mean to subcontract? It's actually different from working directly with the government. It's a commercial relationship between you and another private business, but that business has a contract with the government. So you're dealing directly with another commercial business. The nice thing about this is a lot of these businesses were in your shoes before. So they were small businesses. They had to actually get subcontract contracts. They had to work with someone else. And now they are winning government contracts. So they know what it means to be in your shoes. So that's a key thing. It's different than working with an agency. You're working with a business that's similar to yours. The other thing is what it actually means. They need you just like you need them. So in some cases, they win a contract, then they have a specific task that they might not be able to do it or they need help with. That's where you come in. For example, let's say we're talking about developing a website, just as an example. Let's say they focus their expertise all on the back end, the stuff that's not visible to the customer. You could come in with your business and say, I could take over this task. For them, it's a win because they're obligated to finish that task. On the other end, you're getting part of a contract that you didn't have to do all the bidding, all the process. You just made a relationship with another commercial business. Now, another key thing that's not also mentioned a lot is that it's a strategic partnerships. Primes, and I'll get to this now, they have, especially big ones, they have to meet small business subcontracting requirements. They are required by law that every large prime, they have to have a plan as a legal requirement to subcontract to small businesses. Don't take my word for it. You could just see it here in the acquisition.gov. Scary text. You can just read it, but basically what it says here, that you have to have a subcontracting plan with a small business. So it's a legal requirement for them. Obviously, we're not going to go and tell them that. We're not going to approach them, hey, you have to have a legal requirement. No, but we're gonna come in with the understanding that it's a mutual beneficial relationship to my business and to your business. So why, if I didn't sell you enough on subcontracting, I would like to show you now that it's actually a faster revenue path for you than directly bidding. Two, you get access to opportunities that otherwise, as a small business, you would not get access to. Somebody else, a large prime or maybe a small business prime, they won the contract. Now you come in and you subcontract with them, and you're getting access to that contract that otherwise you would not have been able to get access to. And the two other things that are really important, you're getting that in your performance track. It's a performance tracker that you can add as a past performance. And you're developing relationships not with the commercial business, but also with the agency, because you could have an ongoing discussion and conversation with them. Sounds good? Sign me up. The problem though, the government instruction for how to find these subcontracting opportunities are extremely difficult. And I'll show you here the GSA subcontracting directory, and we're just going to follow the requirements. Let me know if this is readable. I won't bore you too much with the details, but they tell you have to subcontract, things like that. They say all awarded contracts over a threshold, which is $750,000, I think, they must maintain and contain a small business subcontracting plan. In this plan, they have to set goals to subcontract to small businesses, small disadvantaged businesses, women-owned businesses, hub zone small businesses. So what they tell you, here's a list of all these companies that they obligated by law to subcontract. You see, there's a 2,072 businesses like that. What they tell you is narrow this list down and then go find them on fbds.gov, usaspending.gov, or GSA eLibrary. So they tell you go find the contracts they have won. So one, you have to get this UEI. First, you have to find relevant ones. Then you have to get their UEI. Go on usaspending.gov or fbds.gov, find the contracts they have active right now. You get a list of these contracts. You find the ones that are relevant. The problem is not even done. You then have to go and find the actual company's website, contact information. That's another problem that you have to deal with. And then you can start reaching out and talking to them. So that's a full day worth of process just to find one company, just to find their contact information. To me, it doesn't sound like it's easy. I'd rather just go to sam.gov and take my chances as a prime contractor. But I just showed you the value of this. There's also the SBA subcontracting network. It's also not as easy. Let me see if I have a link for it. I have one for the Department of Transportation. Same problem. They give you this long list with the company name, and they tell you go figure, see what contracts they have won, see what's relevant, and figure this out for yourself. Now, we thought as SamSearch, this is not a way to do this. This is not the way that companies, small companies that actually have to do the work and actually have to develop the business itself, they can be spending days and weeks doing this. So the SamSearch way, which I have it right now, is we have gathered all of these subcontracting opportunities across all sources, SBA, GSA, DOT, all of them in one place. We're talking 60,000 plus. We got all of these companies. We got the contracts they have going on right now, so active contracts. and we got their details, the NAICS code, and then also a confidence level. So as you can see here, you could filter by confidence. What this means, when you see something that's high like this one, so right now, just to give you an overview, I'm searching for construction subcontracting opportunities. And then you could see this one, that this construction company, they have a construction projects in LA County, and it's open to disadvantaged businesses. When you see something that's high, what this means is this company is actively looking for subcontractors. Like, it's 100% certain that this company is looking for people like you to work with as a subcontractor. Now, if I go and actually, let me open this in a new tab. If I go to this opportunity, I have the summary, I have the description, I have all the NAICS codes, I have the place of performance, I have the company name, I have the company contact information, I have their phone number, I have the email, and not even one, I have two. That easy. It's really that easy. I have it all in one place. Now, when you use something that's medium, what this means is this company is obligated by law to subcontract this contract. So they have plans to subcontract, but they're not out there requesting subcontractors, but they would be really willing to talk to you because they are obligated by law on this contract that we have right now. So this one, for example, is what this one is another construction company, and they are obligated by law to subcontract part of this contract. And if you click on view, actually, you could see the USAspending.gov contract. So you could see here the value, when they were awarded, all of the details. You could just view them. Another thing that's nice is if there's, you could just click here on email. This will open up my email client. So you won't see because I'm sharing my window. But if you have, let's say, your Gmail or whatever you email, you could just email that, click on copy email. And that's an email with the details. And you could just use it as a draft to send an email to the company. It's that simple, really. So our goal was with this is make subcontracting accessible to businesses that don't have time to do this long process that the government thinks businesses and small businesses have the time to do. So I'm not sure if you guys are following. If this is like, I want to know. I'm not seeing the stream, but hopefully this is going well. I kind of wanted to show you that for subcontracting. Are we ready to shift to forecast? I'm excited to also show you forecast, the importance of forecast. So I don't want to go into the endless share screen loop. So I'll just assume you guys are ready to go to the next one.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
for
Let's
forecast,
see. Hisham, just let's see, because that was actually wonderful. Can you just throw a one in the chat? That was what I saw there, especially with the subcontracting, where you were able to put 60,000 websites together so we can get the information when we need it. Is that correct?
yeah, 60,000 opportunities, subcontracting opportunities. That's correct.
60,000 subcontracting opportunities. Okay, okay. So let's go on to forecasting.
Let's go to forecast. So uh, not a lot of people also have heard of forecast, but it's also a practice that is used by a lot of government contractors, especially the established ones. Is the sales cycle for government contract is long. It's not like the regular one where it's short. It could drag on for years. Like some even DoD contractors, they have 3 years, 4-year plan. So the earlier you are, the better. And that's why it's important to look into forecast. But what are forecasts? Every federal agency is legally obligated and required to forecast their planned purchases. So if they plan, for example, to buy, I don't know, pens next year in 2026, they have to reveal a forecast this year that next year in September 2026 they plan to buy this many pens for this much on this time. So how do we use that to our advantage as government contractors? So we're getting an intel early on that this agency wants to buy X, Y, and Z. What we want to do, we want to use this opportunity to build relationship and get early access. So we want to talk to them, see what their needs are, when they plan to release the solicitation, and we could talk to them, be able to shape up the requirements, have strategic intelligence added to our sale process and cycle. And like Humam showed, if you have the Kanban board, you'd be able to put that in assessment and potentially drag it on. So we want to talk to agencies as early as possible. A lot of people tell you, "Oh, talk to agencies when it comes to sources sought." We're now getting even earlier than that. We're talking about forecast. This is really important to develop relationships because government contracting is all about relationships. So we want to get in as early as possible. That's the whole goal with forecasts. But what is the problem with forecast? Every agency, they have their own forecast website or even Excel sheet. So an example of this one I think is the Department of State, and they release their forecast like this. So you have this long Excel sheet, and it looks something like this. And then you have this one, I think, is the Department of Commerce. So each agency has a different method. The ones I am showing you right now are Excel sheets, but other ones have BI dashboard. And there are like probably maybe 30 of these websites, so different agencies. So it gets hectic to actually read through all of these. And that's why we gathered all of them here. So here we have all the forecast, and you could filter by which estimated, so Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. You could even set the year. So for example, if you only want to see the ones for next year, we want to see cybersecurity Q1 2026. You can see here that we are looking at this one. This one is going to be released next year in Q1, so you get yourself ready. You could see the estimated value. This one is 100 million to 250. You could also actually filter by the value. Let's say we only want to look at contracts that are sub 500,000. We could just add that filter. So we only want things that are small. So this one is 251 to 500,000. This one is 0 to 5,000. And we're getting all the details as always: the NAICS codes, the agency, the set aside, if it's a new requirement or an old one. So if it's a new one, that means they've never released a contract like this before. If it's recompete, that means they had a contract in the past and now they're releasing a new one. So they're opening up competition. And with each one of these, you get all the details. Like again, and in a way that's easy for you to understand, and you get the contact at the agency. So you could reach out to them, talk to them, develop a relationship. By the time it lands on sam.gov, you're ahead of everyone else. That's a guarantee. And most likely you have developed a relationship with people that actually have the power to give you the contract. And that is it for forecast. Should we go at this is the last one, which I will try and make it short as well. And that is the small business specialist. This is very helpful for people that are small businesses. So if you are a small business, each one of the government agencies, they have a person who's responsible and gets paid to help you as a small business. How so? Three main ways. One, they could help you with compliance and auditing. If you're interested in a specific contract, you could reach out to them and say, is this a good fit for me? How could I approach this? They help you with subcontracting. They are aware of primes that are obligated to subcontract. So you could reach out to them, ask them, I want an introduction to a business that's doing X, Y, and Z in this NAICS code. And three, also you could ask them questions in general. If you, as a small business, if you want help, you could reach out to these people. Each one of these agencies, each one of these departments, they have someone, or even in many cases, multiple people doing this. So let's say Department of Agriculture. There are 22 people in the Department of Agriculture for different agencies out there to help you. So if we're looking at any government contract and you see that it's, for example, by the Department of Agriculture and then Departmental Administration, you could come and reach out to this person or even add them to your CRM or contact them and ask them your questions. And they have to help you because they are meant to work with small businesses. That's their job. So utilize this. There are maybe 1,500 small business specialists in government agencies that are required to help small businesses. So make use of this database. It will make your life a lot easier and will get you access to contracts and especially subcontracting opportunities that you would otherwise not be able to get access to. Again, I'd like to put an emphasis on what Tumam just shared, which is the exclusive seminar offer we're offering, 40% for 6 months and expires today. Make sure to use it. It will definitely make your life much easier. You'll definitely not get this much value. Our competition are charging like 12,000 a year. So this is by far, if you win even one subcontracting contract, that's more than the annual price by far. So it's a really good deal. We've seen a lot of companies win government contracts on SamSearch, state, local, and education, and federal. And now we're hoping to see the same with DIPS, subcontracting. So make sure to use all of that. It will for sure make it easier for you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And thank you, Godwin, for having us. It was great to talk to your audience.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Now, can we see just if you found that demo of SamSearch to be a bit interesting? Hisham, I'm still going to keep you on because I do have a bit of questions. Can I just see a yes in the chat if you found that tutorial to be interesting, different? Especially, I know that when I saw the new features, the first thing that really stood out to me, I'm also going to bring Humam onto the stage. The first thing that also stood out to me, that really stood out to me, was number one, the small business support, where you aggregated all the information of the people who are actually being paid to assist small businesses. First of all, where did that idea even come from? Like, how did you come to know that these businesses actually need this?
Yeah, so as a small business in government contracting, we're trying to gather all the sources that would help you as a government contractor. And finding these people in different agencies, we realized there's a database that could be made because all of these people are here to help you. So why not have them all in one place instead of being in different PDFs and different websites? It doesn't make sense. Small businesses don't have all day to go looking around in government websites.
Absolutely. And a lot of those government websites aren't even properly optimized. So getting through the
Exactly.
login, getting through the process, but being able to have all that information. Now, is there something, at least I have a question about the data on government spending. Now, I know it was Human that was kind of demoing that where we had the graphs. Now, can we talk a little bit about that? How do you compile the data of what they have spent and perhaps even what they're planning to spend?
Yeah, so the spending data is interesting. Usually, we've seen a lot of businesses. What they do is, thank you, Portia. What they do is they actually have a process to go with every contract. They go on usaspending.gov and they start and find relevant spending data. So let's say they're looking at a landscaping contract and they want to establish their pricing strategy, or they want to know who's winning these contracts, how much are they winning for. They usually go on usaspending.gov. It's something else that they have to look into. They have to spend time on it and then come back and understand. We thought we could pull this data for you. You don't have to go anywhere else. You
Mm,
want data on how much this agency is spending on landscaping services, we will get that for you. You want to see who's winning these contracts, we will have that for you. You want to see how much they're winning, we'll get you the total value, the median, the average. So you know you're getting data points when you're thinking about your pricing strategy. You're seeing, okay, I see this contract they won for $600,000 and it's relevant to what I'm bidding on right now. So I could use it as a data point to develop my pricing strategy. And you could also see potential partnerships, as we have shown you. It's these partnerships are for the same NAICS code and product service code as the contract you're looking into. So it's very,
mm,
very relevant.
fine. Oh, I like that. I like that. I'm going to be looking into the chat. Now, okay, so we have some questions here. And please, if you have any particular questions, this is the time. Let's have the questions in the chat. But here I see Andre. Andre said, "Can you give key points on make SAM search better than higher Gov or Gov tribe?" Okay, I think I can handle that over to the team with SAM search to answer.
Definitely. So what we have shown you just now is just the capture part of it. So the subcontracting stuff, I don't think either of these companies you mentioned have it. So that's something very unique to what we offer. And also, on top of all of this, we have shown you the Kanban board. We have shown you the chat with AI. We have shown you how it's easier. Also, like the UI for both of these solutions, it's not, at least my personal opinion, it's not as easy. Like we're trying to replace sam.gov, so at least we have to be at a higher standard when it comes to the visual of it. And also a key part of it is the AI stuff overall. We beat them by far when it comes to the AI by far, and also we have all their data sources plus many more. Um,
Yeah, and with today's code, I think we beat them also on the pricing by a good margin.
Absolutely.
that is true.
Andre, I hope that answers your question. And then we have a question here from Golden Goals Contracting Consulting LLC. And the question is, what is the cost?
Yeah, so we try to be transparent with our pricing. So if you head to samsearch.co/pricing, you can see our pricing. Currently, if you purchase a monthly plan and you use the pro tier, uh, the price will be $299 for a month, and if you purchase the yearly plan, the price will be $179 per month. So 179 multiplied by 12. So you save 40% if you purchase the yearly plan.
And you
So
could apply the discount from today, it will be even 40% cheaper.
yeah, exactly. So 40% cheaper on the yearly plan and 40% cheaper on the monthly plan. So it's actually an amazing deal if you take a yearly plan plus the discount.
Andre said you had me at price. So I guess we answered his question and we had him at price. That's wonderful. We also have another question here, and I see that this is from Olufuncho Adeola. The question is, how long have you had or run this? I believe that's how long have you had or run this program of SamSearch?
So we've been operation for almost 2 years, and we have been working with Godwin. I would like to say, has it been 6 months, Godwin? You think?
Just over 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can you provide the link and the cost again? Okay, fantastic. I'm going to provide the link to SamSearch right now in the chat. You can go into SamSearch, but listen, you have the ability to get 40% off the next 6 months using the code Godwin40. Godwin, Godwin 40. This is not available forever. It's actually only available until the end of day today. That's all it is. And the team at SamSearch were generous enough to give us this offer. This offer is not available to anyone else.
That is
And
correct.
this is the first time that an offer like this. I was actually surprised. We were thinking, okay, could we just do this for an extra 3 months? But they went far enough to say, you know what, your audience is fantastic. Many of you have already been in contact with this team and you already know how we work. So now they're giving you 40% off the next 6 months. Okay, so Desha said, I just got mine. Can I get it extended? There's a possibility. We're not going to give anything out right now, but please reach out to someone on the team. And there's a possibility. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can feel free to chat with us. We have a chat icon in the right lower corner, so we can just click on it and chat with anyone from the team. We would be glad to help you.
Kemi's question is, what time is end of day? So we are in Eastern Standard. So the end of day time, let's call it 11:59 p.m. today. This promotion will be over by 11:59 today. That's the end of day.
Yes, EST.
Now, I'm really loving these questions, okay? Here are a few things I want to do. One, we have this fantastic deal from SamSearch to get 40% off the next 6 months with all these new features. I'm also going to want to extend a deal to you for the AI GovCon Inner Circle. It is our community of business people who are currently bidding on government contracts. This typically goes for $197, But because we hit 5,000 subscribers today, I'm going to be giving you for $149, also available till the end of day. So I'm going to throw the link in the description and you can also go ahead. But please, if you have any more questions, I'd like to see the questions in the chat right before we end the stream. Right before we end the stream, do we have any more questions in the chat? Anyone else with more questions? We had at the peak, we had about 35 people on here. I would like you to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, send this video to someone who you believe is going to get value out of it. That one friend that you have that you know they've had their sam.gov account for the past 6 years and they've spent over $10,000 on coaching and consulting. Until today, they have not been able to submit their first bid. The time investment, the financial investment should not go to waste. Here we are giving you the information that could take you one step further. Okay? Okay. We're about to go into ending this stream. We're about to go into ending this stream. Kemi, I see your question. I'm going to answer you in the school community. I tried logging in, but the address is not working. You tried logging into SamSearch. That's BC Nelson. You tried logging into SamSearch. Is that what you mean? And the address isn't working. Do you mean the link that I sent? I think I sent samsearch.co. So
That is
please
correct. Reach if you want, just use the chat at the bottom. Reach out to us, and we'll get you sorted.
Yep. Okay, I sent in another link. I sent in another link into the chat. So guys, we have been here for about 1 hour, going on 1 hour 40 minutes. It's been an honor to have you here. We have hit the end of this live stream. Over $2 million in federal contract wins on my name, not my team.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Godwin,
guys.
so much for having us. It was great talking.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Take care,
Thanks
guys.
for having us, Godwin.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.